do the
All
other.
right, and we're back. So we had some technical difficulties, and we just had to go ahead and restart this. Hopefully, those of you that were watching had found us again. If not, you're watching this on replay. Don't know what happened. We just lost the connection, but we're all coming back on right now. So I think what we narrowed it down to was the last discussion we were having. We're talking about Mike was showing off his LEDs and the booster, right?
Yeah. Want me to bring it back out?
Yeah, go and bring that back out. And we're just going to probably just redo the last 20 minutes.
That's about all we've got left anyway. So,
Yeah.
so anyway, I got these 5mm flat wide angle LEDs.
Do the last 20 minutes.
This
Sorry
metal
about
is
that.
painted with burnt iron on the inside and steel on the outside. So it kind of gives a bluish type of hue, really. It's just a white LED, but it looks kind of the way it reflects, it almost looks bluish. So these are kind of nice because they give off a different type of light than a round bulb. It looks if it's straight on, there's a dot in the center and then a ring on the outside. So it kind of gives it a unique light appearance. I like it for this type of brush for this type of use. And I used one in a 3mm one I used in the head of a real great Zaku. Because it looked more like a camera. Is what I thought. It looked more like a camera lens, being round, not just a bright yellow dot, or a bright round dot. It was more of a, I don't know. It just looked more like a camera to me. Something like a camera lens would look like. So Nate was talking about, I think, talking about it too, right? Because you were saying they were going to work really well
Yeah.
for something he's working on.
And then I was talking to George, because he was standing away at his 3D printed part. And he said that was a pain. I think you're on mute, George. I think you're on mute.
Who?
George. I still don't have your audio. Can you guys hear him, or is it just me?
I can't hear him.
Okay. Well, while he's figuring that out, we're gonna go over to Nate. He's doing some pretty aggressive sanding there.
Nice. I'm just trying to get these two pieces to line up here.
Looks at the shoulder joints.
Yep.
Right.
So Mike introduced me to the BMC chisels.
Yeah.
So I went on a shopping spree and bought a few of them. Oh my god, they're freaking awesome.
What'd you buy?
Remember those BMC chisels?
Did you get some more?
I have some on the way.
Did you order any extra? Well, you asked me earlier.
I know, but I just got too impatient and I ordered some more.
Did you order any? Are any of those the sizes I gave you?
I don't know. I mean, they're like limited availability, so I just got kind of like a wide berth of sizes. you know, because they go down to like I think every 2.02 millimeter or something like that.
Yeah, I think I said something like a 0.5 maybe and a 0.7 or something.
And
'Cause I have a 2, a 6, and a 9 right now.
but my favorite tool that I got from Hobby, what's it called? What's it? Hobby Search, is this thing. This Holly scriber thing. I used to rely on the Tamiya scriber, which I don't have here readily available. But I found that it made too wide panel lines. And it was kind of, well, I should just say that this thing, it might look simple. It just looks like kind of like a hobby saw or something like that. But what I find that's really cool about it is that when you're actually going and doing the panel lining, it's like everything's right here. Even this little marble thing that they got going on here is a perfect handle just when you're panel lining or creating panel lines. And it's made it so much easier. Granted that I'm not experienced enough to probably even make a good judgment on it or whatever, but from a beginner standpoint, I prefer this tool rather than the Tamiya scriber or the there's another scriber I don't have it here, but or even the X-Acto knife, the back end of the X-Acto knife that I've seen videos on. It's really easy once you got your Dymo tape on, and you're just going to here. It's just like you can, you know, if you have your Tamiya scriber, it's kind of like this big, and you're here, and it's kind of unwieldy at times when you want to try to get into, especially when you're trying to connect the two lines together. But this is like, it's kind of real intimate, and you can just kind of go in and clean it up. And
Seems like the way it's designed, you have a lot of control.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really happy with that. I kind of just bought it on a whim, and I was like, oh, you know what? It was actually in my it was actually back ordered or something like that, and I was like, well, you know, if it's back ordered or something like that, maybe it's because people are anticipating it, or they want it, or you know, the supply doesn't meet the demand. So then it became available, and I just bought it when I was buying those BMC chisels, and I couldn't be more happy with it. When I first bought it, though, and I opened it, and I was like, the hell is this piece of shit?
So is that pretty rigid, or is it like flexible like the other saws?
It's not as flexible as the other saws, like, you know, like these saws that they can bend easily. It's probably about as rigid as an X-Acto knife, maybe a little bit thinner, but it doesn't give when you're doing the lines though. And it, you know, 5 strokes in, it's probably deep enough. Like
5 strokes in.
It must be coming toward. It must be coming towards the end of the.
You heard it here.
You can see here. I mean, if I can get this, get a little bit of focus. I added all these panel lines with it. It was actually. I was really happy with it because this. I think, you know, just from my experience, it's one of the most daunting things to do. It can really set you back too, because you screw up once and then you gotta go putty and then you gotta fix it and whatever. But this time around, I was really happy with the results. So
Good.
That's my 2 cents. And then the other thing too is about those BMC scribes, is that on the inside of this, there's a lot of little, I don't know what you call them, things here to make the skirt fit in. But since I cut a lot of it out, and I need to put the mesh in, I needed room for the mesh, so you can see like here, And like here, I'd actually cut some of this plastic off. So I did it with the chisels, and it worked freaking tremendously. And I'm also parts like here. You can't really see it. I use my 2mm chisel, just kind of cut the groove in. I mean, this was here; it was factory, the way that groove was in there. But all the coats of primer and stuff like that, I kind of had to dig it out and put it in, and I was really happy with it. So.
And where did you get your chisels from?
Hobby Search.
Hobby Search? Okay.
Mike actually had a couple that I was using at his house, and I was like, damn, this thing is badass.
Yeah. I think he has them out on his desk right now. I'm going to switch over to him.
Oh, there he is.
I got 3 different sizes. It's kind of hard to see because of the reflection, but this is a 0.2 millimeter, then a 0.6, and a 0.9. I finally got the 3rd handle that I ordered. It took forever to get the stupid thing. But yeah, they're really well made. I mean, the chisel itself is just pretty much this portion here. You have to buy the handles separately.
Also, a note is that be careful when using them, because I poked a couple holes in my fingers using them.
Yeah, they're sharp. That's definitely true. They're very sharp. They do come with these nice little caps, that, so you don't do that.
And there's probably some Japanese guy out there on the call who's like, you guys haven't heard of BMC chisels yet?
Yeah, I know. This is a 0.2, which I've been using a lot on the Valkyrie. I mean, it's a really, really fine tip scriber. 0.2 millimeter, and I have some regular. Let's see. This is the Krios primer. The scriber. It comes with different bits that you can install on the tip. The one I have in here is I think it's a 0.3, and I have another one here, which is a 0.2 as well. But these are more of a hook type scriber. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see if it'll focus. You can kind of see it there. It's more like a hook on the tip.
I can see it.
Whereas these are just like a blade, pretty much. So, yeah, it's really easy to poke yourself. You got to be careful, but they do work really, really well. Like Nate said, put your Dymo tape on there and just take your time. Don't try to take off too much material at once. Once you get a line going, then you can gradually apply a little more pressure. But it's really easy to jump off your line if you're trying to go too deep. With the first pass, you got to be careful.
The first stroke?
Yeah. You don't want to go too deep on that first stroke. Right, Nate?
Yeah, just don't stroke it often.
This is what happens when we get bounced off the air. We come back and we got jokes,
I'm trying to get George back on, but I guess he's having some audio problems.
Shocking.
Anybody want to dub his voice?
I don't know. I'm not as smart as that guy. I'm not sure I could sound like him if I tried.
Let's see. Well, what I'm doing here is I'm putting these two pieces together, and hopefully they just stick together magically. And then I'm going to stick that inside of here, and then, really shove it in there. And then, put it in the hole. I just got to kind of get it up in there in the hole. I'm going to use my fist.
Oh my God, that's funny.
This might work out really well.
I should do this more often. Just dub everything.
Just mute somebody and let somebody else talk for him, right?
Well, George, hopefully we get that audio thing fixed by next time, or if you join next time. Yeah, you guys are assholes. I really don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, really.
All right, George.
He was the one that always had to have the two
See ya.
cameras going and all the fancy shit anyway, Yeah, how's that camera working out for you? We can't even hear you talking.
And we got a good picture-in-picture though.
Yeah, I know. He finally got that worked out. It looks really nice. I remember when he was struggling with that, trying to get those two to work.
I think he's trying to say something.
Is he gonna write it down for you?
I know. Write it down and hold up a sign like that John Mellencamp video. All that technology around George is looking for a pen and paper right now.
I know. That's what I said. He's got so much crap, and then none of it works. You know? Oh well.
Blah.
Blah.
What do you say?
Blah.
Oh. Had my head down.
No marker. Alright, so you got about 4 minutes left. I'm gonna let George sign off first. Go ahead, George.
Well, thank you all for watching me.
Well, you know, 2 thumbs up, says Sisbud Ebert, and
Zaku.
I'll see you in 2016.
All I can think about right there is making the beeper sounds from the Muppets.
Well, you know, and then look, if you know, his other camera is looking right at his crotch too. So it's like all you see is his little zipper moving around.
All right, lad.
Yeah, he's moving the camera down. Oh God, so funny. Oh well, yeah. Well, get Happy New Year. You know, we'll see you guys next year, and we'll keep working on this thing till it's done. Hopefully, you know, I'm still waiting on that commission project. Hasn't come through yet, so in the meantime, I'm gonna keep working on this one.
Stop stroking your pole.
Yeah, you know, just it's the shaft.
Hey.
Hey, I'll see everybody next year. Hopefully, I'm taking a mean vacation, so hopefully I have more work done for you guys at the next show.
Taking a mean vacation.
Yeah, I'm technically working the holidays right now, so come after our next bill gathering. I'm gonna have like 2 weeks off.
Cool. Get a lot done.
Hope so.
All right, and me, well, pretty much done. Got that. Hopefully, I'll get some more done at the next build gathering. And yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. And we'll see everybody in the new year. Hopefully, we'll have some more work to show you, or you have some more questions for us, and we don't lose connection in the middle of the broadcast.
Yeah, really.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see everyone next year. Happy New Year. Bye.
Later. Oh, that was it.